The Passenger Rail Agency of South Africa board has defended the appointment of Zolani Matthews as CEO, saying he's the right person for the job. Now, this follows reports stating that the 64-year-old Matthews was not able to take up his post due to Prasa's retirement age policy being 63. Now, this has raised questions on the retirement age policy at the agency, soliciting considerable reaction on the ground. To speak to us about this, we are joined now by the Transport Minister, Fikile Mbalula. Minister, a pleasure to have you on the program this afternoon. So, according to the story published on Ground Up, it alleges that Matthews cannot take up his position over the retirement policy at the agency. But it seems that you have a differing view. Minister, please clear this up for us.
No, we have cleared that. We're already in a workshop now as part of our objective. That matter we cleared. It was a distortion, and there's never been an issue about Matthews starting at Prasa. He started exactly at the time he was expected. That is this past week on Monday. So that is not an issue. So where we are now, today we have a workshop between ourselves as the shareholder and the management of Prasa, led by the GCEO, as well as the board, to clarify and to empower everybody with information so that we understand clearly what is expected from each of us in relation to Prasa and what is urgent for us to consolidate that work. So we're quite upbeat that we'll be able to recover a lot of lines that have collapsed at the height of the lockdown, and to get them back on track and get the trains running. And by end of the year, we can tell our people to be hopeful that all shall be well and good for our passengers. We're working around the clock to get that done.
So, Minister, Prasa has not had a group CEO since the departure of Lucky Montana back in 2015. You've also explained that the decision to appoint Matthews is also meant to bring some stability to the agency. Looking at the difficulties faced by the rail agency, what would be amongst his main priorities at this stage?
The priority is to basically set up his own management team, and then over and above that, to deal with irregular expenditure in all the issues that were raised by the Attorney General, Auditor General, and then to also ensure that trains are back on track, and Prasa is on a healthy financial situation, and with the sound management. As it is today, everybody's acting, people get suspended for this and that reason. So they must develop a strategy, and there are many strategies of the turnaround is to ensure implementation. That's where we are. Now we've got the board, we've got the GCO, so we're clarifying our roles and what is urgent. My role as the shareholder is not to run Prasa and to interfere in its operations. My role is to give a compact that must be implemented within a particular time, and this is what we're doing now. I'm quite elated that we are passing the hurdle of not having a group chief executive, because this place was on autopilot. And I've asked everybody involved in everything that is about Prasa, give this process a chance so that we are able to get things right on track. Matthew's job will be to ensure that there is stability, there is sound management to achieve all the things I've spoken about.
Well, Minister, we are fast running out of time, but I'd also like us to quickly reflect on Prasa's decision to remove security companies which were previously contracted to guard railways. Of course, this has culminated in a backlash, notably from the Umkhonto weSizwe Military Veterans Association. What are the developments on that front?
Well, we don't have issues with Umkhonto weSizwe. And we are beefing up our security arrangements at Prasa and building in a compact with communities. We started in Cape Town. This week will be in Gauteng. On Monday, that other week will be in PE, from PE everywhere, to get the interaction program with the masses, which is a compact we are building, back on track. The security companies, the management of Prasa, the GCO, the board, they are dealing with that matter. We know that as we speak, we are almost, Prasa is almost done with the process of employing in sourcing security. About 3,100 people are going to be employed at Prasa. Over and above that, we'll still have element of the security companies to guard the railway network. So that is a quick turnaround, supported by the police, and also dealing with the syndicates that steal our, copper cables and all of that. I'm quite elated that the board has been hands-on, but now with the group CEO, I'm happy that that program is going to see the light of day and total implementation. That the vandalism we've seen should not happen again under our watch, and that those who are doing so must be brought to book.
Now, Minister, it would also be amiss of me not to probe you on one last matter, and that's pertaining to the public protector, Busem Kwebane, opening a case of criminal injuria against you for tweeting that she was a hired gun. Do you maintain your stance, and are you going to respond to the matter further?
No, I've responded to that in a statement. I've said that I stand by what I said, and that there is no change of mind in relation to that. So if there is a case against me for having said that, I'm awaiting that. That is okay. So we'll answer in court. So that's fine.
All right. That was the Transport Minister, Fikile Mbalula.